So you go ahead and leave. Before we carry on with what you wanted to do, Binks, what was the question you guys were whispering about or asking about?
Have you realised the...
I have.
Have you realised what a great error you have made?
Yeah, you fucked up, boy.
I have, but ultimately, I do control the power of a wish spell.
Okay.
So as an...
No, it's not the wish spell itself.
It's
have you
also-
read the condition of it?
Yeah, it says 1d4 minus one wishes, and then you can use that
Per
wish.
day.
Per day. Not a fucking chance.
It says per day.
I don't know if it sets I don't know if that d4 minus 1 sets like the total number of charges.
It is.
But it says the sword has 1d4 minus 1 charges. While holding it, you can use an action to expend 1 charge and cast the wish spell from it.
So what I will say is...
Wait, there's more.
The property can't be used again until the next dawn. And the sword loses the property if it has no charges.
So if you rolled a d4, rolled a 4, you have 3 wish spells a day.
So what I will say is, that item is meant for parties that are like levels 15 to 20. Which you guys are very clearly not.
Yeah, but we play it, don't we?
So what I'll give
Our
you...
DM's only leveled us up once in this whole campaign. So
It's coming, guys! What I'll give
Sounds
you
like
is...
my promotion. Well.
You know,
Is that your kind of clock in, clock out D&D session, guys? So what I'll say is, we're going to roll to see how many wishes it has permanently.
Okay.
So when they're used, they're used.
Yeah. Okay.
They won't regenerate, basically.
that is ridiculous.
Yeah. So I'll give you the power to roll that. So 1d4 minus 1, was it?
Yeah, minus 1.
Right, okay, cool. So it could still end up being no wishes,
Could be.
but maximum of 3.
3.
3 minus 1, 2 wishes.
2 wishes, that's still sick.
So there is 2 wishes loaded into that sword, and then that's it.
Okay.
Because otherwise it will 100% derail the campaign as a whole.
let's play it out.
like almost
Let's
too
see
easy,
what happens.
isn't it?
Yeah.
I wish we could sort this world out. I wish we could sort the next world out. Oh, game over.
Cool. So, I'm going to return to Binks on her mission. What are you going to do?
I was going to find the man. I went to go to the shop.
Okay, yeah, cool.
Creepy guy.
So, you go and approach the little shack, the little shop. And are you going on your own, by the way?
Yeah, I mean, I'm on my own, so.
Okay, cool.
On my own. I'm solo.
So you go in, and it's similar to what I described earlier. So these guys saw a little kind of shitty little wooden outhouse thing, opened the door, and it was completely dark inside. As you step in, it kind of remains quite dark, actually. And there is not a lot going on in here in the time that you go. So, no items on the shelves, no fireworks going off, none of that stuff. And no person inside there. Would you like to do anything?
I'm going to shout, hello? Mr. Glittery Man?
So it kind of like echoes around and around this place. Hello, hello, hello.
No.
And as the echo continues, hello, 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 and it gets louder this time. And then the last time it says it, hello. And behind you, the voice comes, my Binksy.
Do I recognise the voice?
Yeah. You recognise the voice because I think you heard a similar voice from Jeremy once.
Okay. Hello? Jeremy?
Yes.
Can I see him? He's stood behind me.
Yeah. So he stood behind you. And as you turn and look at him, you see a person a little bit different than what you saw previously. Because he's quite big, actually. He's quite tall. Taller than when he was walking into town. As you turn and look at him, I'd like to roll a perception check, please.
Sean. How tall is he? Bear in mind, Biggs is like 2.5 foot.
He's about 8 feet tall.
Whoa. It was a 7.
Travis never got that response.
No, you didn't. No, you didn't.
You did.
Whoa.
Okay, so at first,
family anyway, so.
At first, you're kind of in shock a little bit, I guess, of the feeling that's happening. And so as you turn to look at him, he kind of shifts, and he's just out of your eyesight a little bit. As you turn the other way, he shifts kind of the other way. And one last glance, he shifts, and there's an ethereal being in the space, which is similar now that you've seen before in your dreams. This ragdoll, faceless being, and they kind of start to walk around now. And as they start to walk around, they step on a banana, slip, and then they hit their head on something, and a little firecracker goes off. And then there's more of them kind of like appearing from the background of this room. It's all dark everywhere around you, and they're all kind of running around really like chaotically. And as you look a little bit further, you look past them, there's a shape, a large shape, cloaked, hooded, and there's a white porcelain mask underneath the hood. It has 6 eyes carved into the mask, and on its forehead is a fork, a red forked symbol which goes up, and it reaches for its mask now, grabs, and as it pulls it forward, doink, doink, 2 little pink protrusions come out of either side, and as the mask falls, you see for the first time Drysome Incanter is a fey creature. He's mustache, large, curled and pink. And as you look at him, and you look him in the face, you can see him as everything you know he is all at once. You see Jeremy's face when you look at him. You see his face now as Drysome, and you see Sparkle's mask all at the same time in one face. As he says, "Binksy, I'm so sorry I left. But I was weak."
Are you weak now?
It's difficult to tell you how I feel, but I'm disappointed in myself.
It's okay.
I promised to protect you. And I've not been doing a very good job.
I'm alright though.
I'm glad to see you're alive. And still mischievous.
Always.
And there's like an echoing laugh that goes around the abyss that's around you. Binksy.
Mm-hmm.
Do you trust me?
Always.
I'd like to return into your dreams.
Okay. What about Jeremy, though? Do I get him back?
Binksy, I am Jeremy.
No, I know, but the little mouse.
I'll be there.
Okay.
It's safer for both of us that way.
Okay. Who did you promise you were going to protect me?
The weight of that story is not mine to bear. You must find out in your own way.
I don't know how to do that.
The answers lie in your past.
There's so much I don't remember.
Within this world, there are windows to memories that we don't hold ourselves. And I believe you've seen one of these memories already.
Yeah, the Nakia shard showed me.
Yes. If you'll allow me, would you share one of those visions with me?
Okay.
So he approaches you, floats over to you, and as he approaches you, you feel safe, you feel normal, and he's going to show you that mask, that porcelain white mask. And he's going to turn it. This is the first time you've ever seen the backside of that mask. And in it, in the forehead, behind where that red forked symbol is, there's a small crystal sat there, embedded into the mask. You recognise this crystal? It's a Nekia shard. Binks. Take this journey.
Okay. I'm just gonna touch the Nakia shard. I'm just gonna think about that vision that she had of the person holding her.
So, as you touch it, everything changes for you. You relive your previous vision, where you smashed into the earth through this kind of green streak of light, and a person was kind of like shrouded around you, a gangly large person, and they were crusty and crispy, and they kind of like flopped, and your mother's witnessed the crater, and it sort of like and fires away like time is reversing. And in this new vision, there is Drysome stood, and he's in kind of like a fortress, and there's a lot of explosions going on, and there's a lot of like chaos, and there's people running around, and there's spells being cast left and right. And Drysome is kind of like frantically sort of like gathering up some materials, and he's kind of like grabbing things from his desk, and like springs are kind of like bling and things like that. And like at one point he sort of like slips on a little separate banana skin. He's like, shouldn't have left that shit there. And a person bursts through the door, and he turns and kind of starts to cast a spell. And there's a tiny gnome at the door, holding a little wrapped up infant with curly red hair, and they say, Drysome, my friend, my buddy, You've got to. I can't do this. You've got to take her. You've got to go. She's the hope. She's the power. But not now. Not yet. And Drysome kind of like, I've never changed a nappy in my life. I don't know what to do. And this person, this kind of like little gnome, runs over. It's like, shut your yabbering and take her. And he puts this tiny child in Drysome's arms. As from the door behind, some figures step out. I'd like to roll a perception check, please.
Sweating. Feels like that fucking bit.
My hands are literally sweating.
Yeah, I know, right? It's heavy.
14. Feels like that fucking bit in Encanto, you know, when the dad's trying to like save the babies.
So
It's basically Superman. You are Superman.
So 14. You see some people step round, and they're wearing kind of like white robes, floor length.
I knew he was going to say white
A
robes.
few of them have sort of like longer, like golden chains and jewellery. One of them is wearing kind of like a I guess the only way to describe it is tiara. And it's golden, and she is holding a scepter. Quite a young woman, very fair, very pretty. And at the sight of these people, this tiny little gnome man is shit scared, and he says, "Go now!" And he pulls out a watch, a pocket watch from his cloak. He gets out of his other pocket, he holds a crystal. You recognise this as a Nekia shard. It's bigger than the one Sparkles has shown you in his mask, and he casts a spell through the pocket watch, and it cracks, erupts. This green energy just whips around the room, and it shoots into both you as an infant and Drysome, and fires you out the wall into the sky, into a streak of green energy. As this happens, the person who's walked through the door with the scepter pulls it up, smacks it on the floor, and fire just erupts and engulfs the room. As the fire settles, you in spirit form are still there, watching as these ashes are falling. In the distance you can see that green streak is moving further and further away, and some more people now enter the room, some of them with kind of like armour on at this point, and they look up into the sky and they see the streak moving further and further away. They look down and see the burnt body of that gnome, and they say to the woman, "Sister Noreen, what should we do?" And Sister Noreen looks into the sky and says, "Follow her. She has the power we need." And you are back in the room with Drysome.
His face was an absolute picture.
Oh my god. You know who they are in the white and gold?
Yeah, Hynabilis.
Yeah, those shitheads.
That is a lot to
That was a
unpack.
whole
Yeah.
lot of exposition.
Does Binks recognise the uniform? Does she think it's Hynabilis? Looking at the white and gold uniform, because she's seen Hynabilis uniform.
The thing is, it didn't look quite the same.
Okay,
It resembled it.
it gave the vibe.
Yeah, white and gold, it gave the vibe. But its style was slightly different. It looked a little bit more rudimentary. You know, you've met probably you've met 4 people overall from High Nobilis, and they were head to toe in gold and equipment as well as armor and things like that. These people that you saw in that vision, they weren't on that level. They had gold, but it was adornments rather than kind of like their actual armor and things like that.
I have a question.
Yes.
The gnome daddy of Binks with the little magical watch, was that Professor Fox?
I can't confirm or deny.
He sounded like him and he had a little clock. That made me feel all warm and fuzzy.
Is Jeremy still there? I'm going to call him Jeremy for the ease rather than calling him his 3 names.
Jeremy Sparkles, Decanto, something.
Yeah.
Decanto. Try something Canto.
Try something Canto.
Yeah. You're going to call him Jeremy?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's still there. Yeah. And he has a small tear going down his face now. He's like, I promise to protect you.
Jeremy, who was that man?
Again, Binks. I can't tell you everything. You need to find more paths into the past.
Okay. Do you know where I find Noreen? Is she Noreen Knickerbocker? The one that Betty always used to talk about?
I'm not familiar with any name like that.
It would make sense because she was so young and pretty. She stole all her youth from Betty. I guess Betty might know the answers to that. But I have to go to High Nobilis for that. But what if the people in white cloaks that hurt the gnome were from High Nobilis? What if they know who I am? Why am I special? There's a lot of questions here.
I believe you need to find these answers for yourself.
Okay. You stay with me though, right?
It's my promise.
Okay, don't run away again because I really need you. You're very useful. What are you? Sorry if that's rude.
What am I? Well, I'm Faye, in case you've not noticed already. And like his arms extend quite large now, and he's kind of like, as he smiles, his smile gets larger, and his mustache kind of like.
Yeah, I got that bit.
Well, what's not to understand?
Like, where did you come from?
Oh.
Why were you with the gnome? Where was the place where you were?
All of those questions. Impossible for me to answer.
It feels like a lot of things are impossible for you to answer.
As I said, the weight I cannot bear.
Could you at least tell me where I'm supposed to go next? I think I need to go to High Nobilis, but Lumenval says I have to go speak to Gorgondir, but if I go and speak to Gorgondir, then Betty might never return. But if I go to High Nobilis, what if they're the people that did the flame for the gnome and they know who I am and apparently I'm special?
Well, quite honestly, you've got options.
Yeah, I just told you that.
If you want to learn about your own personal history, well, Binksy, you've got to get your hands on the next shard.
Okay.
But if you want to save your friend, Betty, well, then you've got to go to High Nobilis, as it seems they have the magic that can reverse the Goldie.
Mm-hmm.
But if you would like some, I guess, safety or advice on your new dragon friend, well, you've got to go to your old dragon friend.
Yep, just kind of reiterated what I said.
That's what I'm here for.
Cool. in the chat it says,
Oh, first time chatter.
yeah, Faye can mean a couple of things. Silly trickster boy or depraved psychopath who wants to see how your organs work. It's okay, he's a silly trickster boy, I think. Otherwise, Binks is in trouble.
He really wants to learn your history and why you can't fit through normal doors with those whole
No, I can. I'm only 2.5 foot.
and the antlers.
So
yeah, she's kind of going to wrap things up with Jeremy there and be like, okay, cool, that wasn't helpful, but I appreciate that you're back. Also, I came here to buy some cool stuff. Do you not have cool stuff?
well, before you go,
Oh, okay.
You don't need to pay for it. Just you just
Right,
give them a treat.
ridiculous.
roll a D100 for me.
Yeah, but Tavis is too stupid to ask for these things. He just
Hey,
walks around.
hey, he's not stupid.
Yes.
You don't get to say that. It's
That's
exploding.
disappointing. 59.
Exploding's clever.
59.
Yeah.
Almost. A good
Not
time.
enough long enough to say that Tavis is stupid.
No, I'm saying Tavis is stupid. Not exploding.
Okay. So
So it's a dodgy Scouse accent that threw me off.
he pulls out a cracker. What do they call it? Are they called crackers?
Well, as in like a Christmas cracker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he hands it to you and goes, "Go on then, pull on it."
Are you going to cheat? I feel like you always cheat at these things.
I'm not going to cheat. No, I'd never do such a thing.
Promise.
I promise.
Okay. She pulls the cracker.
As he pulls out on his hand, he's got like literally 10 fingers and they're all crossed at the same time. Just looks like a lump of like fingers. He's like, "Oh, sorry," and he pulls it and he wins and he goes, "Oh, but I've got all I need. Here, take this." And he hands you a self catapult. Throws the user up to 120 feet in any direction. The
Excellent.
user must take 2d10 fall damage upon a failed save,
And
a failed
die.
dexterity save. So you throw yourself 120 feet in any direction. If you fail a save, you take damage. If not, you land
I'm
fine.
assuming that's not on D&D Beyond.
It's not.
Okay.
Basically, Angry Birds.
Yeah.
Just Angry Bird myself.
Now let me come up with some more of those for next time.
Oh, he's going to swap you some stuff with some more cool
Swapsies?
things. Yeah.
Well, what have you got?
I have something I think he'll find funny. And she's going to pull out her Echo Emerald and she's going to whisper like, "Jeremy smells" into it and then gives it to him. It's just going to keep saying Jeremy smells.
He proper loves this and he's like, "Yes, this is lovely." Pop that one in there, pops it into a little pocket, and he's like, "Okay, well, for this one," Jeremy smells. Yeah, it's still going. Jeremy smells. Roll another D100 for me.
This is
Don't
why
get 59 or 75.
Or 3, because it doesn't exist.
This is why we end up having
76.
items that you forget about, by the way.
I know,
And we break
I know.
your game.
Cool. Has anyone ever seen those like glitter bombs that like look like a present?
Yes.
And then, yeah. So that's what this is.
Nice.
It's a popping glitter bomb. You can cast it as a bonus action, and any target within 10 feet has disadvantage on dexterity saving throws for 3 rounds.
Nice.
That's well done.
I'll say that you can throw that if you want to.
Okay.
Your throw strength will be your distance. Sorry, will be your strength modifier times 10.
Cool.
So
In feet.
minus 20.
I know, yeah. If it's a minus, let's just call it 10 feet
Just
maximum.
turn around and throw it as it go backwards.
Yeah, I need to create those on D&D Beyond after
Okay,
the game,
cool.
so...
Oh wait, I have one more thing.
Oh, please, more!
I have no use for this, and she's just gonna pull out a Zal's battle axe and be like,
Oh, I'm creating quite the collection of these. Yes, let me see what you're going to get for that.
General Grievous with fucking Zal's power.
Roll a D100 for me, please.
So chat saying 2 foot tall with those horns, you should be walking around like a baby who has just learned to hold its head up.
"Yeah, well, Hero Forge doesn't let you make them any smaller."
Remember, the horns are hollow.
Aren't they antlers?
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, but they're hollow. So there you go. So they don't weigh anything.
I wonder if she sheds them because they're antlers. Do
Maybe.
they like fall off in winter?
Are they like actually fully grown out of her head, or does she just put them in her hair?
I think she just puts them in her hair.
Yeah.
She doesn't grow them.
Yeah.
Yeah. She just puts stuff in her hair. She's got a kenku feather in
Oh
there.
yeah, she does.
Yeah. 31.
31. Let's have a look. Oh wow. Okay. This is weird. So
Right.
yeah.
Another game-breaking item.
So he pulls out it from his pocket this time, and he's like, "Oh, here you go," and it's a little like miniature wand, and he says, "Now you can only use this thing once, you know. This conjures delusions of grandeur. You can conjure a spectral being or item, and you roll a d20 to determine how scary it is.
Ooh.
Oh, that's pretty cool. Yeah, that could come in useful.
Is 1 scary or 20
20 scary.
So another homebrew.
Yeah.
That's cool, that.
Yeah,
Where did you come up with these?
It's I made all of these in the first campaign.
Oh, did you?
Like ages ago. Yeah.
When he cared about writing.
I know. Yeah, when I did loads of
Imagine
writing.
something in it and you roll a 1 and it's just a gerbil comes out and goes,
But imagine if your enemy's scared of gerbils.
oh.
Fucked. Yeah.
Yeah, define scary.
Taxes.
Yeah.
Tories.
Roll a d20 and some Tory comes out and goes,
Boris Johnson comes out like, "Whoa, send them back on the boat."
And that's when Andy uses wish to make him dead.
So we're going to say that after you and Jeremy, as we'll call him for ease, have kind of had a few laughs, and like he's showing you like some items that he's working on at the moment. You are really happy that you've managed to catch up with him, find him, and
I bet he tried to kill him several times.
yeah, and you leave his store. As you leave his kind of store, the door closes and there's a little gap in the bottom of the door, and this little mouse kind of like pops out, gets onto 2 legs, and just starts walking along next to you.
and a hawk comes from nowhere.
Right. Anyone got anything else to do?
I didn't introduce Jeremy to asparagus.
Oh yeah, they have like a little powwow, and
Yeah.
like kind of like at first it's a dance off, and then next thing you know they're dancing together, and then they're like doing the can and shit, and then
Nice.
they really like each other.
But
So
asparagus is like small cat size, so I feel like Jeremy could probably ride asparagus.
it is done. Jeremy comes out like riding like asparagus.
Basil or fucking labyrinth.
I was thinking
dog.
more like Night at the Museum when they're on the squirrels, like
So is Jez back in the gang now then?
back with the boys.
Jez is back.
Yeah.
Big Jezzy.
We love
back.
Jazzy.
My spell, does that just last me all night? Am I just game out for all night?
8 hours, so that's
Miss-
distance of a long rest. Yeah.
I hate playing Druid.
So, anyone else got anything to do in Astera specifically?
Yes,
I'm
in
probably
the
going-
morning I do.
I'll probably go and check on like the sick people and make sure
Okay.
everyone's okay.
They're going to be doing okay because Mad Dog is a great nurse. So he, somehow Clarice is now awake, still a bit drunk, but she's tending to some of the, wounded
That
as
bitch,
well.
I told her to stay in the fucking
In the nest.
in the nest.
So she's helping out as well. You hear a bit of shouting going on the Godfather Part 2, and that salty liar, but he's fucking around and like sweeping the same spot again and again and again. So he's actually out the way, which is nice because he's useless. Anybody else doing anything specific?
Yeah, I might go and check in on that lad who's been stabbing.
Hey, you! Hey,
Yeah,
stop it!
we'll say that all he needs is a stern talking to, and he drops the stick, and he's kind of like, "Oh, you told me stabbing was wrong."
Boy, I say, boy, don't go stabbing people. Ain't good.
I just wanted to be like you.
Well,
He's got feathers glued to him.
well, stab people when you're older. But, remember the lessons that I taught you.
Will do.
Wait until your 18th birthday now, boy.
Don't stab bad people.
Well, you can maybe stab bad people. But only when you're older.
How old?
16 if they're bad people, 18 if they're good people.
One more year!
Wait,
He's a really small child. So he runs off. Tavis, did you have something specific to do? Maybe in the morning, right?
Yeah. I am going to look for, and I need help because it's not in the beginning of my book, the girl who I seen last time. Can't remember her name for fucking death for me. I've been trying to fucking root notes out and everything. But you know what I'm on about.
I do.
I got told to find her in Estera.
Think. Let me search.
Maybe. Okay. Say for instance.
I can't remember her name either.
Not everything about you. Go lie down.
It was something to do with like stars or something like that.
Come.
I think it began with an A.
It might have been Astrid.
Astrid, that's it. That's what it's called. Yeah, Astrid.
Yeah.
I'm not making that up. That's actually her name.
Yeah, I remember it.
I searched for Astrid, but I couldn't find it in my document. But I believe that
She's a blue person, isn't she?
Yeah. So roll me a. What am I going to do for this? Perception or investigation? I'll say either of those.
100% perception.
To look, basically.
After this, I want to go and talk to Betty.
Fuck off. What'd you get?
Not 20.
Fucking hell!
So, all in all, it's a 28.
Wow. Okay.
I can see Binks is fucking past.
Yeah. So you are like searching around, looking around for people. You're gonna perceive pretty much everybody who's in Estera. There is no shocks to you at this point with regards to who's here. Only disappointment when you can't find Astrid. No.
Find the rest of the gang with a natural 20.
Yeah, of course you can, yeah.
Oh, hey guys. Hey.
Yeah, so you guys are gathered in the morning. Binks, did you want to speak to Betty first?
Yeah, I want to go and sit and talk to Betty.
Mm-hmm.
As in, like, gold Betty? Oh.
Yeah, she's going to go and sit with her and she's going to make sure... I'm assuming Betty's still on the ship.
Yeah, she's like at the front of the ship.
And she's
Do you
gonna
want me to role play as Betty?
And you don't have to. Lovely that.
Right.
So yeah, she's gonna go and sit and talk to her.
Yeah, tits are right here, aren't they?
And she's gonna be like, hi Betty, I don't know if you can hear me or not, but I didn't want you to think that I didn't care about you. There's just been a lot of things going on and a lot of stuff happened. But we're gonna fix you, so it's okay. But I think we need to talk about Noreen when you're not gold anymore. Because I had some crazy flashbacks and it involved someone called Noreen. I think she was a nun. I don't know if your Noreen was a nun, but maybe we could talk about it. But I do miss you and I'm sad that you're not here. I don't want you to think that I don't care. And also Jeremy's back, even though you kept trying to kill him, and he's really important. So when you're not gold anymore, can you please not kill him? Because he's really useful. Okay, I'm gonna go and try and save you now. I guess.
The screen.
I thought I'd put you in character
Thank you.
on the screen.
I should probably go tell Tavis. I'm gonna go and try and save you, but I don't know if the people that we're taking you to are very good people. So I guess we'll find out. Okay, bye. She's gonna like do a little.
And Betty does nothing.
Okay, so we'll say that we are gathered in the morning and we have a plan ahead of us.
Was man at 20, did I find Clarice?
Yeah, she's on the boat.
Can I be like, hey, I told you, you meant to be in your nest. Get in now.
I got shit to do, I told you.
That spell wore off. So you can't even do that no more.
I mean,
I want none of your no, Seth. Get over here now.
Can Clarice talk to the owl people?
Yeah.
Yeah, does she speak avian?
Yeah. Oren. Yeah.
Oh, nice, okay.
Yeah. So I guess you can speak to her.
I can speak to Clarice.
Yeah.
I didn't know.
So
I feel fucking useless.
As Tavis is like, telling her off, and you see that she's like kind of walking, like scraping her feet and like walking towards him. She's like, "Fucking dickhead! I'm fucking, I was trying to help people over here, fucking prick!" You're like walking over.
I'm gonna say to Clarice,
And what does that mean?
Clarice, why have you got a face like a slapped ass?
Because of this dickhead here, thinks he's big balls because he's got bombs in his hair and fucking. He's put a fucking siege in his hair now. What the fuck is that?
Hey! I can tell you're giving me sass. That's scary, and I can understand a little bit.
Yeah, her body language.
Don't be
She's like,
fucking to me. You get your 2-foot ass chicken shit over here. How dare you not?
and Ginny is like, "This is why I drink." Explodey, what did you want to do?
Wow. I thought I'd use one of her little artificer. Is it artificer or fighter?
Artificer.
Artificer little skillies.
Yeah.
So it's the infusions thing that she does, basically.
She infuses herself with penning.
Nice.
She's like,
The smell of it.
it's nice. I'll drink
I
it.
love how you haven't touched it. Just
I'll drink it. I'm getting out of this glass.
She rummages around in a little apron pocket thing and all the shit in it that she's collected over the years, and she pulls out little dice. I'm just for flavour this.
You've got a dice?
Yeah, I've just decided just same for flavour.
Right.
Take the flavour.
And basically, because Jin was the first person that she interacted with and who was kind of like accepting of her, she goes over to Jin. Is he wearing armour? Does he wear like light armour?
No, he doesn't.
Fuck.
Because he's
No armour at all.
He's a
he's got like a sort of like a gi, like a
He's
red
got
gi.
cloth armour.
Yeah, cloth armour.
Armour.
Cloth armour.
That'll do. That's fine.
Fuck off, Clarice.
This is what I want to do. So the infusion is this, right? And you can apply it to anything in the list. Can I apply that to Jin's cloth armour?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Yeah.
So basically it's the thing is you touch it and it's infused, but I want to do it because it sounds cool. So she has the little dice and she goes up to you. She like tries to reach up and she's like, "Come here." She can't reach her.
Jin's gonna kneel down.
And with the little 8 facing outwards, she's gonna like touch the armour here, and it like infuses into it like a little brooch thing. And basically what that does is gives you a +1 bonus to your armour class while you're wearing that armour.
No way, that's cool.
She's like, "Thank you."
Sick.
You've got Iron Man armour.
Well,
Fucking yeah.
Wow. Well, thank you very much, Explodey.
Thank you for looking after me and rescuing me.
Hey, well, anytime you're welcome to join the group, and you quite happily have you stick around whenever Betty gets well.
You're all gonna get a little present at some point.
I hear you're not very good at keeping secrets.
I just don't want everyone to be looking.
I gave everyone seeds once, but nobody uses them anymore.
Well, I don't know what it is. I still have
You
it.
gave us seeds?
No, you don't.
Yeah, I do.
Where? Where?
It's in my pocket.
Where?
I still have mine.
I gave everyone a D20. But
I've still got mine. It's in my dice bag.
I've still
Okay,
got
it's in my dice.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you'll come. No.
It's like this one.
No, I leave my dice bag at home by accident. This is my tube of dice.
But yeah, these guys still have their seeds.
That's called communal guilt trip, people.
So, what we're going to say is that the plan is to head over the sea, am I right?
I
Or
have
not.
important things to tell the group.
Oh,
Can
sorry.
we have a conversation,
Sorry, you
please?
can't, yeah.
Because I had a very uneventful night, and I hope everybody else had such an uneventful night. I was worried sick about Clarice. She decided she'd get off. But I've just been nursing a tree all night. What's everybody else been up to?
Guys, look! Because she's going to pull Jeremy out of my pocket.
And he's like sat like all sexy on her hand, like.
Well, I was completely wrong. I thought Jeremy. You remember when we left last time? You remember that guy, the fancy one with the metal person?
Yeah, Jason.
I think that was his name.
Yeah.
He came in. I had no matter. I told you. I was like, I think that
At this
man
point, both
there,
Binks and Jeremy are like,
that man there, that man there, he looked like Jeremy.
He is
lot
Jeremy.
Like what?
he's Jeremy.
Wait, the guy, the creepy
But
guy.
that
is
doesn't
Jeremy?
look like
What?
that over
the
there.
mouse?
Yeah, he's Faye.
So who's that?
Jeremy.
What's Faye?
You've seen Faye before. Binks can summon Faye.
Oh, the magical being? Oh, right, okay. So when I told you last time when we left that I thought that was Jeremy, you said that wasn't Jeremy. It was actually Jeremy. We found out that it was Jeremy, and now Jeremy is Jeremy instead of Dryson.
Yes. Well, he's also Dryson. He's just currently a mouse. You know, it's easier for transportation.
Oh, like how I do.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
He's
cool.
also Sparkles.
So, wait,
Remember the cloak dude with the mask?
I only got...
Does the magic things.
Okay, so what do we call him?
I call him Jeremy because it's easier.
Jeremy? Should I call you Jeremy?
He kind of like nods at you.
I call him Jeremy. Okay.
He's turned into a little bit of a creep since he's been
So
Dryson.
how did you find him?
I went to Dryson's shop to get some cool stuff because I thought it'd be interesting, and then it turns out it was Jeremy.
Oh, that's you traded stuff. Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, he has some cool stuff. And then,
And how about you, Jin? What was your evening about? Did you have an unexperienced evening?
An unexperienced evening.
Yeah, so nothing happened.
Well,
Like you sat there talking to a tree for 8 hours.
well, no. I popped in and saw that weird fella from out of town, and
he's
gave me-
right here.
Let's try some.
Jeremy's got like his little arms folded like.
Well, did he fill us in on that backstory like just now
Yeah.
about the whole thing?
Yeah.
Well, fuck me.
He also told me that he gave you
Jez.
some really cool stuff, and you just call him a weird little fellow.
Wait,
I mean,
he
am I
give you
wrong?
cool stuff as well?
Yeah, he gave me some cool
What
shit.
did he give you?
He gave me a real cool sword.
Can I say it?
You may.
Technically, he didn't just give you. Like, we did have to swap stuff.
Yeah.
Wait, what do you mean, we?
Something.
Oh yeah, I got this, and she pulls out the
Oh.
thing.
The person that's just joined the party.
I had to give him some loot for this.
I got like 3
And now
things.
you can
They're all
see him,
kinda
like-
cool. I told you he's a little bit of a creep since he became
Yeah.
Dryson. Or maybe he was always Dryson.
You got this sword.
I sure did, yeah.
Can I say it?
Swing.
That's very shiny. That
Oh,
looks
is.
very, very powerful sword.
Sure is, boy.
Yes. And what did you get? Explode.
It's like a rod with a
exploder?
castle on either end.
You got a rod with castles. Clarice, you got anything to say? Did you?
She's like,
did you visit people trading?
and Jin hears that, like, I just really want some gin, to be honest.
I mean, that's enough of your sass. I do not want. Hey, I told you.
I think she's got an alcohol problem.
You only just discovered that. Did you see her on the ship?
She's
I
like
mean,
swaying on
I can
place.
smell it from here.
So
I feel like this has gone completely south since we took her under our wing. I mean,
say that Tavis doesn't feel quite so left out. Can I do a little like less powerful gift for him? It literally does absolutely nothing. It's to me. You don't know this. So she's gonna.
I mean, wow.
She's gonna. How am I gonna do this? A tiny non-magical. She's gonna pick up, sensing that you're like trees. She's gonna pick up like just like a little acorn off the floor.
Okay.
Because there's gonna be one there. And it's and she's gonna just see her like
Roll for acorn.
mad shit. And basically, when you take the acorn from her, it glows and emits 5 foot of light. It just might not be useful, but it's just. I just don't want you to feel left out. So
I
have
mean,
this.
look at this. I got an acorn that shines as bright as the sun. Look at that.
Or the
I got a
moon.
catapult that catapults myself.
Maybe it shines like the moon.
Oh,
Just if you're ever lonely, you come up with it.
yeah, I'll keep this.
I mean,
I tell you what I'm going to do, just so my little seedling doesn't have any sunlight inside of my hair, I'm going to tuck it in there.
So like small beams of light coming out of Tavis's hair.
I'm going to tuck it in. And then over night time, I'm going to put a dread in the way so it knows it's night time.
I
Like
mean,
photosynthesis.
Travis Drysom is still right here. You could just trade with him later.
Wait, can you trade?
He's like gonna nod with you, like.
Well, I got some shit I need to get rid of.
Yeah, not right this second. We got shit to do first. We're gonna have to take the boat to Hindabilis anyway, and he's gonna be with us, so you can do it then.
Why, he just takes it with him? He not got a shop? And y'all just said you went to?
He's Faye. He can do anything.
Whoa. I don't care if he's fey, gay, or on another bus. I just want to make sure that mouse can trade.
Yeah, okay, we'll bring his stuff with him.
Okay, that's fine.
But I have more important stuff to talk about, and she's gonna like look at Explodey and be like, how cool do we think she is? Because I have some serious shit that I need to tell you two about.
Hold on. And I'm just going to go.
And she's going to jump up really, really high and try and reach.
Not that cool. She didn't reach the high five.
She's 2 foot, well, 2.5 foot.
That well, you didn't want to slap it. I would have gave you if you high fived me.
Oh.
Hold the hand like up here. It's like
was trying to roll
Do you
fire.
want it? Oh, she's cool.
Okay,
I think she's
so we
all
trust
right.
you. This
Yeah,
is some
you guys rescued me. Like, I owe you my
shit.
life.
and Binks is gonna like, I'm assuming we're near the ship
Yeah,
at least.
it can be. Yeah.
Yeah, she's gonna be like, gesture, and we're gonna go and sit in the room where Betty is and shut the door and make sure no one else is in there. And then she's gonna relay all the information about her vision.
Cheers for backing
Cool.
me up there, Jen, after I gave you a cool gift.
So,
An engineer.
and
Yeah, she's cool.
so you tell them what you saw of your past. Are you telling them anything like about your theories about who is involved?
So basically the main thing she wants to talk about is that she doesn't know whether to trust Hynabilis or not, because she's like, I don't know if it was them, but they had white robes on. It might be them. What if they're bad people and apparently I'm special, and what if they want to hurt me, and that's where we're about to go. And also I spoke to Lumenfall, didn't even tell you guys about this. He's good. He filled the ship up with food.
And whiskey and milk.
Yeah.
Nice. I like that.
He said that we need to speak to Gorgondia because the only thing that can defeat a dragon is another dragon. We can't fly at the moment, so if you want to let your bird pals know, that would be great. Don't fly because Revaxor is going to kill everything that flies.
How do we get off the ground with our
We
boat?
don't. We're going to have to sail.
I know where there's
Yeah, but we need to get the boat to water.
It's on water. We have water in Astara.
We're not in Astera.
We flew to
Yeah.
Astara.
Oh,
Yeah.
We
okay.
flew to Astara, so we can,
so we can get
sail
on
it
here.
from Astara to
Yeah.
Hynabilis.
Does she know where the other dragons are that you told her about? Does she know where they
Uh
are?
huh. We do. We know.
Well, we
that.
definitely got
Real.
told about a white dragon
Yeah,
by. Who was the guy that told us about it?
Wasn't it me?
No, it was one of these guys that was talking about it.
The
Gronk.
was
Gronk told you there's a white dragon that lives
Oh, yeah. And she
about
recognised
there.
it.
Yeah.
and then we obviously know the green dragon, and then the red dragon. I don't know if there's many more dragons after that.
Bye, Blue Saber.
Bye.
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 Bye bye, y'all.
There's a blue one as well. And a gold one.
Who are they?
I've not written that bit.
Wait, you know that there's more dragons?
I've written Gorgon Deer, Gorgon Dizzy. That's
Gorgon
it.
Dizzy.
It's the only information I've
Tavis,
written.
roll a history check for me, please. Gorgon Dossy.
That's a hot 8 plus 2, so 10.
Well, because it was an 8, I think I should tell you. You looked at a map in Revaxor's boudoir.
Oh, I would remember that
You will remember that, right?
automatically.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So, but I was just telling you as a player, that's where you might want to look at your notes.
Thank you.
In Ravaxo's...
I don't know if I made a note about
good
that.
point. In Ravaxo's boudoir, I'm pretty sure you did look at the map.
Yeah, I did look at his map because someone touched it and did the magical words.
Not there.
Oh, no, it wasn't. No, I did look at the map that was on the desk.
Yeah.
What other
Ravaxol
ones
is
did you say?
there's
Gold
a white, a gold, a green, and a blue. They're the ones that
So blue is the one that we don't know. White.
And gold.
Yeah. It's the one
Ravaxol
that I've written
is
down.
obsessed with other dragons. By the way,
Yeah, we got that
Obsessed.
vibe.
if he's gonna be anywhere, he's probably gone looking for them.
You're not gone home?
I don't know. Do I know where the gold and blue ones are?
You don't.
Okay.
No.
Do I from looking at the map?
You will know where some markings are, but you won't know colours of dragons according to those markings, if that makes sense.
God damn it.
So there's markings on the map. I'm just trying to make sure I'm consistent with myself here, as I find where the markings are.
I'm not a smart man. Oh, I bet it, man. But I bet you possibly that maybe, potentially, Hannibalism might have a dragon.
You think Hannibalism has got a dragon? Surely they would have mentioned it.
Also Zeus.
I mean, that makes sense.
If you look at the trajectory of the map and you pick out who is special and where they're special, I'm pretty sure that Zeus and Hannibalism have gained territory over everybody else.
There was a lot of fire in my vision.
So,
Maybe it was a dragon.
Tavis, whilst you're remembering, on the map in Ravaxor's boudoir, there were a number of notable places circled, including Hynabilis, Zaus, the mountains above Bozorog, which was up there, and there was also Fortis Forest, but it had a question mark next to it.
I told you I'm not stupid.
You're street smart, Davis.
Yeah, I'm street smart, not number or word smart.
All book smart.
But I don't do those.
But you're something smart.
I like maps. I like figuring out maps.
You're picture smart.
I do like pictures.
Yeah,
I
me
like
too.
seeing people. I didn't see a lot of people growing up, Jim.
You didn't?
No.
How
Okay.
so?
I had to watch people play by the river and then pretend I was something else.
Oh, that's mighty sad, boy.
I don't know. I liked where I grew up. Mama, Papa, and Gigi always kept me safe, and then obviously all the animals we lived with, they were nice. They kept me safe.
Do you ever think about that other furball that we saw in the prison?
I do. I don't know where he went, but I hope to one day find him. I mean, it'd be nice to meet an actual Firbolg. That'd be nice.
I know that feeling, boy.
Yeah. Anyways, I feel like we got stuffs to do and move on.
Hell yeah.
So that being said, you guys are planning to set sail, are you? Yeah. Okay, cool. So I suggest we end it there, and then we carry on next time on the sea.
On the sea.
Rack up your semen
So
and swab your poop deck.
If anyone's